Call to order the City Council meeting for the City of East Grand Forks for November 6, 2024. Would City Clerk please call roll?
Mayor Steve Gander.
Here.
Council President Mark Olstead.
Here.
Council Vice President Tim Riepel.
Here.
Council Members Clarence Vetter.
Here.
Ben Pukshavinsky.
Here.
Dale Helms.
Here.
Brian Larson.
Here.
Karen Peterson.
Here.
Does term quorum please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. An open forum, an opportunity for members of the public to address the City Council on items not on the current agenda. Items requiring council action, we refer to staff, boards, and commissions for research and future council agendas if appropriate. Does anyone here like to address the City Council? I see none. Move on to approval of minutes. Consider approving the minutes of regular meeting for East Grand Forks, Minnesota Council of October 15th, 2024.
Move.
Moved by Helms.
Second.
Second by Larson. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Helms.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pukshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Scheduled bid lettings, there is none. Scheduled public hearings, there is none. Move on to consent agenda. There is none. Acknowledge the receipt of reports of officer boards and commissions. Regular meeting minutes of Water, Light, Power, and Building Commission for October 2nd, 2024. Communication, none. Old business, there is none. Move on to new business. Consider adopting Resolution 24-11-80, approving the naming of the outdoor rink to Jim Bradshaw Outdoor Rink and authorize additional sponsorship signage on the outside of the Blue Line Club.
Should say arena. Sorry.
I read what's on here. Moved by Riepel.
Second.
Second by Larson. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Helms.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pukshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Consider adopting Resolution 24-11-81, authorizing staff to enter an agreement with SRF Consulting for the amended scope of work, including the fiscal year 2025 raise grant application, utilizing funds from the original contract.
Move.
Moved by Larson. Second. Second by Vetter. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Helms.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pukshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Consider approving the memorandum of understanding between the City of East Grand Forks and the Law Enforcement Labor Services Local Number 152, continuing the recruitment incentives through December 31st, 2025.
Move.
By Helms.
Second.
Second by Pukshavinsky. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Helms.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pukshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Number 6, consider approving the memorandum of understanding between the City of East Grand Forks and the Law Enforcement Labor Services Local Number 152, continuing the officer retention program through December 31st, 2025. Is there a motion?
Move.
Moved by Helms.
Second.
Second by Larson. Questions or discussion? Mr. Riepel.
I'd kind of like to see this one put on hold for a little bit until we finish some negotiations on the health insurance policies.
Anybody else have any questions or comments?
Just to clarify, is that a request to table of those of us that made the motion?
Yes.
Anybody want to consider tabling it? I see none. So we'll go to, anybody else have any comments or questions? All right, roll call, please.
Helms.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pukshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Claims. Consider authorizing the city administrator, clerk, treasurer to issue payment of recommended bills in the payroll.
Move.
Moved by Helms.
Second.
Second by Vetter. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Helms.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pukshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Mayor Gander.
Thanks, Mr. President.
First of all, thank you to everyone who voted. It's a big, big day in America when we vote. And by all accounts, this was a very good and very uneventful vote. I know there will be some irregularities, and always in every election there's some bit of fraud, but I think this is the American process at its best. And I'm so thankful that the margin on the top ticket was large enough that there does not appear to be any kind of contesting going on. I want to say thank you to everyone who ran for office in this cycle. Stepping up to serve this community or this region is a good thing. And I want to say also congratulations to all who won their offices that they ran for. And again, thank you for your willingness to serve. I do want to also say that when the work is done and completed on these facilities, these arenas and these ball diamonds, we are going to have the best facilities anywhere in American history ever. Actually, no, that was a little joke. What we're going to have is roughly the same facilities with some features added and some really good long-term maintenance completed. And I want to just say thank you to the community. The community has spoken. I love that this went to the people, and the will of the people prevailed to do these improvements. And again, some nice long-term maintenance, bringing it into the current state of the refrigeration systems, really back to our young folks and older folks too that use these facilities for many years to come can look forward to quality facilities. And I'm really, really thankful, again, to the community for letting us know their preference in this area. And we know from a staff standpoint to go ahead and get things moving now to get those repairs and some updates done. So thanks to everybody. Thanks.
Mr. Vetter?
I don't have anything, thank you.
Mr. Prochavinsky?
I'd just like to say congratulations to Mayor Gander, and congratulations to everybody else that won their elections yesterday, and welcome the new members to the council. Looking forward to it. That's all.
Mr. Riedepel?
I'd like to thank my constituents for their thoughts and vote for me. I hope I can live up to it.
Mr. Helms?
Yeah, I too would like to thank all the candidates that run, and all the ones that won. Was a good election, and congratulations.
Peterson?
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Larson?
Yeah, I would just like to thank everyone for their support in the community. I greatly appreciate it, and take that responsibility. It's very, very important to me. And then congratulations to everyone else that ran, and as well as Mayor Gander. Thank you.
Yes, I want to thank everybody who took the opportunity to run, come out to vote. I think we're going to have next 4 years, we have 2 new members on the council, so that'd be good. I think it's going to be an honor to go on another 4 years and represent the city. But I want to thank everyone. So look forward to it. Mr. Etnan.
Thank you. Again, agree, echo, congratulations to all those that ran. I would like to point out the election judges. Thank you to, we had almost 30 people that served as election judges yesterday. Some through the entire early voting process, which started back on September 20th. But yesterday alone, that approximately 30 people from 6 a.m. until nearly 10 o'clock last night, working hard, had spent hours of time getting certified to be there and to volunteer. Really, they're part-time employees, but really when it comes to it, it feels like a volunteer role. I had the pleasure of working at the high school in Ward 4, and the voting was done with the utmost integrity, efficiently. People got in and got out and were able to place their ballot, and generally seemed really positive and in patriotic spirits as they were doing so. So a special thank you to Megan for leading that effort. Megan, all the way back to the beginning, organizing that group and making sure they knew where they needed to be and when they needed to be there, had the right training, and Renee in our office as well with the early voting absentee process, increasingly busy. We had almost 1,100 people file early absentee voting from September 20th through November 4th, and that's an increasing workload on our staff and City Hall, specifically Megan and Renee. So special thanks to those two for their efforts. And then just a couple of updates to plan for in the next few weeks. Mr. Gallstead may touch on it, but he's putting the final touches on the cannabis ordinance that we've talked about at the work session. Planning and zoning has a meeting next week in which they'll review the zoning portions of that ordinance, and then we plan to have a public hearing November 19th at our council meeting for a first review, public hearing, and first reading of that ordinance. And then I'm looking at planning, Carla and I are looking at planning a special budget work session after that meeting on the 19th, if you'd all be available for that. With next week having a large number of people that like to deer hunt. There's some staff on vacation, so we probably won't have any items on our work session specific to budget next week. But by the week of the 19th, we should have a better outlook of what our health insurance looks like and be able to start to dive into what the final touches need to be to make those edits to the budget. Thank you.
Mr. Gallstead.
Not much more to add. I did finalize a proposed ordinance on the cannabis. I forwarded it over to Reed and Nancy Ellis for their review. Asked that they forward it on to the work group because the work group put in a lot of work and energy on going through it and making their recommendations. And then I still have a couple of questions that I just want to speak with Reed about, and then we'll go from there.
Anything from the department heads? I see none. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move.
Moved by Helms. Second. Second by Vetter. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Means adjourned.